Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. And I know it's been a while since the last time that I uploaded a video in my English channel, but I'm back, guys. I'm back, and honestly, Spanish is my first language, but I like to break down my traits in English. Not so I like to do it in Spanish as well. But since I learned trading in English, proper trading in English, because I wasted like 2.5 years watching Spanish content, which is smart money concepts and all those things, it never worked out for me. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but what I'm saying is that since I learned trading in English, I like to break down my trades in English a lot more than in Spanish. So let's get started, guys. This is the trade that I just took early in London session at 2 in the morning. So I woke up around 12:52 in the morning, and I fell asleep, and I woke up at 3 in the morning. So my entry was a little bit late, but it's it without a doubt. So on the weekly time frame, so the first thing that I do before entering a position is identifying the trend. My strategy is very simple. My strategy is consisted of four things. Trend number one, which is top-down analysis. Area of interest, which is my level of support and resistance. Entry signal, and then pattern. Either a reversal pattern or a continuation pattern. So on the weekly time frame, we are bearish. This is the lower low. This is the lower high. I'm seeing this beautiful head and shoulders aquí, this left head and right shoulder. And the reason why I like the head and shoulders so much is because the head and shoulders is indicating me that the trend is going to shift. Meaning that if at this point right here we were bullish and we get these head and shoulders at the top, that means that price is going to shift from bullish to bearish. So same way, if I have my inverted head and shoulders, which is this right here, left head and right shoulder. If I get a inverted head and shoulders, it's because price is going to shift from bearish to bullish. So on the daily time, and the reason why I'm speaking a little bit low, I'm not speaking, I'm kind of like whispering, it's because my family's here, and I don't want them to hear me. So I don't want to get into those explanations of what I'm doing. So on the daily time frame, we are bearish. This is the lower low. This is the lower high right here. I have this level of resistance, support resistance, and whenever we are above this area, we head up. Whenever we are below, we head down. Whenever we are above, we head up, and so on and so forth. So I have two consecutive time frames in sync, which is the weekly and the daily, and that means that price is going down. So if I have, I use the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour to identify the trend. I use the 2 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute for my entries, for my entry signal. So if I have the weekly bullish, the daily bullish, for example, and the 4 hour bearish, I have two consecutive time frames in one direction, which are the weekly and daily, the strongest one. But if I have the weekly bearish, the 4 hour, the daily bullish, and the 4 hour bullish, I will also take the buy because I have two consecutive time frames in sync. And this can consist of the daily, the 4 hour, or the weekly and the daily. In this case, I have three. I also have the 4 hour bearish, which is spectacular. This is the lower low, and this is the lower high. All of this in the middle is absolutely nothing because this is the lower low and this is the lower high. So price inside of that lower low and lower high was creating higher highs and higher lows, and then we shifted the structure. So that means that I have the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour bearish. So at this point, it makes a lot more sense to sell rather than to buy. So at this area of interest right here, I have my entry signal, which is my hanging man, my doji pin bar rejection, indicating me that price is rejecting this area. And this is what I like to call my wick fail. Well, not I like to call, which I learned that is called a wick fail, meaning that price can come back. I mean that this week right here, price the next candle, which can fill this week, which is exactly what it seems that it's doing. So I entered this trade without the 1 hour and the 30-minute being bearish. So if I'm gonna sell, I need the lower time frames to be in that direction, which in this case, I only had the 2 hour because this was the higher high, higher low, price shifted the structure. This is the lower low, and this is the lower high. The 2 hour is bearish, that's fine, but the 1 hour is bullish. So I quote unquote didn't follow my plan, but I also did at the same time. So I just took it. I mean, this was just a little bit risky because I mean, the proper thing is to wait for the 1 hour and the 30-minute to go along with the higher time frames, which the daily and the 4 hour, the daily, weekly, 4 hour. So on the 1 hour is bullish. This is the higher high, high low, still bullish. 30-minute is also bullish. This is the higher high. This is the higher low, and I enter my trade right around here at 3 in the morning because my proper entry signal was at 1 in the morning after this evening star formation. But what happened? I was asleep at that time, and thank God I woke up at 3 in the morning because otherwise I would have missed out on this position. And another thing that I also like is this round psychological level 0.75 thousand. And yeah, guys, the what I just did was just confluence trading, and it's just adding more reasons as to why the market can go in one direction versus the other. So far, just waiting on this trade, and I also have another trade that I'm interested in taking, which is USDCHF. The market that I just entered was NCD and USDCHF weekly time frame bullish. I have inverted head and shoulders. This is kind of the same as NCD just because they both have the USD as their currency. In this case, I have USD as the base currency, and in NCD I have it as the quote. What does that mean? That means that in this case, if I'm selling, that means that I'm expecting for the USD to get strong. And in this case, I'm buying and I'm also expecting for the USD to get strong. So in one scenario, which is this one, I'm buying. In NCD I'm selling. But at the same time, it's pretty much the same trade. As you can see, if I inverted this trade, they kind of look the same. So, but yeah, let me explain why I'm interested in taking this position. And the weekly time frame is bullish. We are above this area of interest right here, which is the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders. And whenever we're below this area, we head down. Whenever we're below this area, we head down. We broke above it. We are retesting this zone and the daily time frame. We are also bullish. This is the high low, and this is one thing that I like, that I love to see, and is that when the weekly area of interest is what's the word? When the weekly area of interest is overlapping or is along with the daily time frame, because as you can see, that weekly area of interest, which is the neckline of the weekly head and shoulders, is also a area of interest on the daily, because as you can see, whenever we're below this area, we're heading down, when we're above it, heading up, so on and so forth. In this case, we broke above this area, we're retesting this zone. I got my entry signal, which is this morning star formation aquí. From here, sorry, my Spanish word uh, was a little bit out, and I love this morning star formation from here. Daily pin bar, daily doji, bullish candlestick. This is really just so perfect. But the only thing that I don't like is my stop loss. I mean, my stop loss is kind of well placed because it's below the daily wick, but I would love to see my stop loss below this area, because price can come back a little bit, wick me out, and then head to the upside. But the problem with that is that if I stretch out my stop loss a little bit, then my risk to reward will make no sense. So I'm willing to take the risk on this position because I know it's a little bit risky. So in this scenario, we have the 4 hour that shift bullish, 2 hour is also bullish. As you can see, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I'm waiting for that higher high to then get my entry confirmation here to then head to the upside. So I honestly I think I'm going to miss out on this trade, but I don't know, guys. I cannot enter a trade right now, even if I get my entry confirmation, because it is 11:28 in the morning. So that means that the New York session is heading to the end of it. So I can only enter a position from 1 in the morning all the way to 10:30 a.m. EST time, because that is where the London session is and the New York section is. Sorry for that truck that is passing by the front of my street, but I cannot enter a trade before before that window. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. A little quick pullback to this area, then get my engulfing candlestick, and then push to the upside. But I mean, I'm in NCD USD, and I mean all I need is to take one trade a week, max two. So far I'm good. Last week I took a stop loss, so if I missed out on this trade, it's not bad. So yeah, what's up, guys? After a few days, I fucked up and I didn't update as much. It's my bad, sorry. But this is what happened with NCD USD. I got stopped out, and this is normal, guys. Before I used to get overwhelmed by losses like this, but I understand that this is part of the process, this is part of the journey, and this is like day and night. They're both equally the same. I mean, they're both natural. So we cannot get mad when the sun rises up, and we cannot get mad when it hides it down. I don't even know if that is a word. Remember, guys, I'm Spanish. I'm from Dominican Republic, and sometimes my English, my grammar, it's not the best, but we're working on it. But what I'm saying is that this is like day and night, and I'm not going to change my strategy. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just gonna look for the same approach on a different market. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I'm grateful with God for the opportunity to trade. And yeah, I mean, there are gonna be many other opportunities next week, next month, next year. I'm not planning to stop. So I'm gonna be here for as long as I can, and I'm gonna be able to capitalize off of it. And I know that on the long run, it's gonna be better. I mean, I'm gonna be up, and that's just simply what it is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want me to keep, sorry, if you guys want me to keep showing you my trades breakdown, how I trade, just let me know in the comments, and that will make me continue to go with these videos. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys